Hello everyone, myself Humaira Khan from Exam Idea Classes. जैसा कि आप जानते हैं board exams are coming, so we have started a session of full chapters from the biology, that is the revision. So let's start with the revision of the biology chapters. So we will take the first chapter, that is reproduction in flowering plants. So let's start with the chapter. First, we are going to start the sexual reproduction in flowering plants. As we know very well, sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction means there is a need of two gametes. That is, one is male gamete and that is one is female gamete. After the production of male and female gamete, there will be the fertilization and the zygote will be formed. So first, we will going to start the sexual reproduction in flowering plants. Sexual reproduction is the process by which new organisms are formed from the fusion of male and female gamete from two parents. That means there is a requirement of two parents. Here, as we are observing, here is a structure of a flower. As we know very well, a flower comprises of two parts. One is essential, one is non-essential. The essential parts, there are two essential parts. The one essential part is the male reproductive system and one essential part is the female, that is petal, and this is the carpel. Non-essential part is, one is the petal and one is the sepal. It means the sepal is green in color and petal is colorful. The flower is the primary reproductive structure. Flower आपका एक primary reproductive structure होता है. Within the flower, the reproductive organs or sporophylls are produced. Sporophylls are classified into two. One is your stamen, one is your carpel. So first we will start with the carpel. Carpel basically जो होता है वो आपका female reproductive part होता है. So carpel is an ovary that contains an ovule. Here, as we are observing, this is the ovule, style and the stigma. So there are three types of the stamens: filament, anther and connective. These are the part of the stamen. Here, we'll start with the pre-fertilization event. First, we will discuss about the stamen. Stamen, that is your microsporangium and the pollen grain. This is the structure of stamen. So as we are observing, stamen के हमारे two parts हमें नजर आ रहे हैं. One is the filament and one is the anther. A typical microsporangium appears near circular in outline, as we can see like this. This will be circular in outline and it is surrounded by four wall layers. इसमें आपकी four wall layers present होती हैं. So this one is the first one, this one is the second, this one is the third and this one is the fourth. So the outermost layer, this one is the outermost layer and this outermost layer is known as epidermis. The second layer is known as, this one is the second layer, this one is the second layer, this is endothecium. The third layer is the middle layer, this one is the third layer. Middle layer, and the fourth, this is the most important layer. This is known as tapetum. This tapetum, this is the most important layer because in this microsporangium there are some sporogenous tissues. यहाँ आपको कुछ sporogenous tissues नजर आएंगे. जो sporogenous tissues, and every sporogenous tissues work as C, that is microspore mother cell. Inside the microspore mother cell there will be the production of pollen grains. So this structure, this layer tapetum, जो tapetum की लेयर है ये आपके pollen grain को nourishment provide करती है. The outer three wall layers perform the function of protection and helps in the dehiscence of anther to release the pollen. pollen को release करने में जो आपकी 3 layers हैं, pollen को release करने में आपकी 3 layers help करती हैं. And the innermost layer is the tapetum, जो सबसे अंदर वाली layer है tapetum, that nourishes the developing pollen grain, जो आपके pollen grain को nourish करेगी. When the anther is young, a group of compactly arranged homogeneous cells called the sporogenous tissues. So these are the sporogenous tissues. इसके अंदर आपके present होंगे sporogenous tissues that occupies the center of each microsporangium. Like this. This is the outermost layer. This is the second layer. This is the third layer. And this is the tapetum. And here the compactly arranged. These are the compactly arranged sporogenous tissues. Now we'll start the next topic, microsporogenesis. Microspore, that is the formation of microspore from a pollen mother cell through meiosis. As we know very well, meiosis is the reduction division in which, suppose the parent is having 2n number of chromosome, when the meiosis takes place, that reduced to half. The parent is having diploid set of chromosome. Parent is having diploid set of chromosome. After the meiosis, that will become haploid. That is why meiosis is known as a reductional division. So the process of formation of microspores from a pollen mother cell through meiosis is called microsporogenesis, the formation of the microspore. The microspores, as they are formed, are arranged in a cluster of 4 cells, the microspore tetrad. So this is the structure. So here the microspores will be arranged in a cluster of tetrad. This is said to be the tetrad. इसको आपने क्या बोला? tetrad. tetrad का मतलब है आपका there will be the 4. As the anthers mature and dehydrate, जब आपका एंथर मैच्योर करेगा और उसमें से वाटर ख़त्म हो जाएगा, the microspores dissociate from each other. ये microspores आपके एक दूसरे से dissociate कर जाएंगे. That means अलग हो जाएंगे from each other and develops into a pollen grain. And they will develop from the pollen grain. It means from one microspore mother cell after the meiosis, there will be the formation of 4 pollen grains. Now we will start with the detailed structure of pollen grain. As we know, a pollen grain represents the male gametophyte. Pollen grains are generally spherical, measuring about 25 to 50 micrometers in diameter. It has a prominent 2-wall layer. Here, 2-layered wall. The hard outer layer called the exine is made up of sporopollenin. This is the most important question from the board point of view. As we know, this is the structure of your pollen grain. So the outermost layer, this is the outermost layer. This is outermost layer is known as exine. So chemical composition क्या है आपके exine का? The chemical composition of exine is sporopollenin, and which is the most resistant organic material known, जो कि आपका सबसे ज़्यादा resistant organic material है. क्यों है ये सबसे ज़्यादा most resistant material? क्योंकि ये आपका temperature, strong acids, alkali इनके साथ में खड़ा रहता है. खड़े रहने का मतलब है कि अगर आपका पॉलन ग्रेन कहीं पर भी प्रेजेंट है सो ये डिग्रेड नहीं होगा. So it is one of the most resistant organic material known. It can withstand with high temperatures, strong acids and alkali. Pollen grains exine has prominent apertures called germ pore in the inner wall. It means जो आपका pollen grain की जो exine wall है इसके चारों तरफ तो आपका स्पोरोपोलेनिन प्रेजेंट है, बट एक ऐसा पॉइंट है इनर साइड में जहाँ पर आपका, ठीक है, हेयर विल बी नो स्पोरोपोलेनिन, जहाँ आपका स्पोरोपोलेनिन प्रेजेंट नहीं होगा. सो दैट पॉइंट इज सेड टू बी द जर्म पोर, जहाँ पर स्पोरोपोलेनिन आपका प्रेजेंट नहीं है. इट इज़ अ थिन एंड कंटिन्यूस लेयर. द सेकेंड लेयर जो आपकी इनर लेयर है उसको आपने बोला इंटाइन. ये आपकी इनर कंटिन्यूस लेयर है जिसको आपने इंटाइन बोला. इट इज़ अ थिन एंड कंटिन्यूस मेड अप ऑफ सेल्यूलोज एंड पैक्टिन. ये आपका एमसीक्यू का पार्ट है कि जो इंटाइन है वो उसका कॉम्पोजिशन क्या है. तो इंटाइन का कॉम्पोजिशन है आपका सेल्यूलोज एंड पैक्टिन, और जो आपकी आउटर लेयर एक्साइन है उसका है आपका स्पोरोपोलेनिन. जब आपका पॉलन ग्रेन मैच्योर होता है उसके अंदर आपके 2 सेल्स प्रेजेंट होती हैं. सो लाइक दिस वन. सो वन इज़ द लार्ज वेजिटेटिव सेल एंड वन इज़ द जनरेटिव सेल. जो जनरेटिव सेल है दैट इज़ वेरी स्मॉल, दैट इज़ क्वाइट स्मॉल, और जो आपकी फ्लोट करेगी वेजिटेटिव सेल के साइटोप्लाज्म में, जो आपके वेजिटेटिव सेल के साइटोप्लाज्म में फ्लोट करती है. As we are discussing about the pollen grain, as we know very well, there are 2 cells in a pollen grain. One is a large, that is vegetative cell, and a small, that is generative cell. जो आपकी generative cell है that is quite small and it will float in the this cytoplasm of the vegetative cell. So this is the साइटोप्लाज्म ऑफ द वेजिटेटिव सेल. ये आपका साइटोप्लाज्म है वेजिटेटिव सेल का. Now we'll start with the pistil microsporangium, that is your ovule and embryo sac. The gynoecium represents the female reproductive part of the flower. So this is the structure of gynoecium. This is stigma, style and ovary. As we know, within the ovary, the ovule will be present. Here will be the ovule will be present, and inside the ovule, the embryo sac will be present. And inside the embryo sac, the egg will be present, where the 2 male gametes will come from the pollen grains and the fertilization will takes place. And वहाँ पर आपका क्या हो जाएगा? फर्टिलाइजेशन हो जाएगा. The ovule is a small structure attached to the placenta by means of a stalk called funicle. So let's start with the diagram. Suppose this is the ovary. ये ovary है. Here will be the ovule. So here we are observing a small stalk-like structure जिसको आपने बोला funicle. The body of the ovule fuse with the funicle in the region. So this is the body of the ovule and this is the point of attachment. ये आपका एक point of attachment है जिसको आपने कहा hilum. Each ovule has one or two protective envelopes called integuments. So this one, this one and this one. This is the outer integument and this is the inner integument. Integument means the protective layer of the ovule. Each ovule has one or two protective envelopes called integuments. Integuments encircle the ovules except a region, and that region is known as the, as we are discussing about microsporogenesis, and before we are taking the structure of ovule. Ovule is attached with the placenta by means of a stalk, and the point of attachment with the ovule is known as, this point is hilum. जैसा कि हम देख रहे हैं कि जो हमारा ओव्यूल है, ओव्यूल के ऊपर टू लेयर्स प्रेजेंट हैं. वन इज आउटर एंड वन इज इनर. आउटर इज नोन एज द आउटर इंट्यूगमेंट एंड वन इज द इनर इंट्यूगमेंट. आप यहाँ देख रहे हैं कि यहाँ पर कोई भी आपकी इंट्यूगमेंट की लेयर प्रेजेंट नहीं है. सो इंट्यूगमेंट encircle the ovule except at the tip where a small opening, यहाँ एक स्मॉल ओपनिंग आपको नज़र आ रही है, दैट इज नोन एज माइक्रोपाइलर एंड. दिस इज नोन एज माइक्रोपाइलर एंड. इसको आप क्या बोल रहे हो? माइक्रोपाइलर एंड. It is the opposite the micropylar end. This end is known as chalaza. Enclosed within the incumbent is a mass of cells called the nucellus. Here, यहाँ पर बहुत सारी आपको सेल्स नज़र आएंगी. उन सेल्स को आपने कहा न्यूसेलस. न्यूसेलस. बहुत सारे बच्चे न्यूसेलस और न्यूक्लियस के अंदर डिफरेंस क्रिएट नहीं कर पाते हैं. न्यूसेलस को न्यूक्लियस और न्यूक्लियस को न्यूसेलस पढ़ते हैं. बट दिस इज द न्यूसेलस. लोकेटेड इन द न्यूसेलस इज द एम्ब्रियो सैक और फीमेल गैमेटोफाइट. दैट मीन्स कि ये जो आपकी हर एक न्यूसेलस की जो सेल है, दैट विल एक्ट एज मेगा स्पोर मदर सेल. मेगा स्पोर मदर सेल. मेगा स्पोर मदर सेल का मतलब है कि मेगा स्पोर मदर सेल के अंदर आपका एग का प्रोडक्शन होगा. नाउ द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज मेगा स्पोरोजेनेसिस, कि किस तरह से आपका मेगा स्पोर का फॉर्मेशन होता है. द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ मेगास्पोर फ्रॉम द मेगास्पोर मदर सेल इज कॉल्ड मेगास्पोरोजेनेसिस. Ovule generally differentiate a single megaspore mother cell. In the micropyral region of the nucellus, it is a large cell containing dense cytoplasm and a prominent nucleus. It is a large containing dense cytoplasm, prominent nucleus. The MMC undergoes meiotic division. Meiosis result in the production of 4 megaspore. So this is the structure. These are the nucellus cells. हर एक न्यूक्लियस सेल के अंदर कैपेबिलिटी होती है दैट एक्ट एज ए मेगास्पोर मदर सेल्स. लेट्स टेक वन सेल. This is the 1-MMC. That is your megaspore mother cell. Megaspore mother cell, this is the micropylar end and this is the chalazal end. Microspore mother cell will undergo meiosis division, or we can say meiotic division. ये आपकी meiotic division में जाएगी and it will form the two cell stage. इसको आपने बोला megaspore dyad. Megaspore dyad. This is the one cell and this is the second cell. So this is the megaspore dyad. Here first meiotic division and here second meiotic division takes place. So after the second meiotic division, there will be the formation of 1, 2, 3, 4 cells. That is known as megaspore tetrad. Now these three cells will degenerate. ये तीनों cells आपकी खत्म हो जाएंगी and this one cell will be functional cell. जो आपकी एक सेल है वो आपकी फंक्शनल रहेगी एंड वन सेल जो आपकी एक सेल फंक्शनल है वो ही आपकी एक्ट करेगी एम्ब्रियो सैक. दैट इज द फीमेल गैमेटोफाइट. दिस वन अगर हम इसको लेते हैं सो 3 सेल्स आपकी डिजेनरेट हो रही हैं, खत्म हो रही हैं और एक सेल आपकी बन गई है यहाँ पर फीमेल गैमेटोफाइट और दिस इज नोन एज embryo sac. So this cell contains 7-celled 8 न्यूक्लियाई. अब हमें ये देखना है कि 7 सेल और 8 न्यूक्लियाई कैसे आते हैं. जो हमारी एक सेल है दिस वन, this will undergo the mitotic division. So after the mitotic division there will be the formation of 2 nucleus. The cell will not divide. Cell divide नहीं करेगी. There will be the formation of 2 nuclei. After the division के बाद so let's see division के बाद आप क्या देख रहे हो. डिवीजन के बाद 2 सेल्स एंड आफ्टर द डिवीजन देयर आर 4 सेल्स. अब ये जो आपकी 4 सेल्स के बाद में जो आपकी 8 सेल्स बनती हैं, जो आपकी यहाँ पर 8 सेल्स बन रही है, नाउ दे विल अरेंज देमसेल्व्स और ये अपने आप को अरेंज करती हैं. अब ये कैसे अरेंज करेंगी अपने आप को. सो द 3 सेल्स मूव्स टुवर्ड्स द micropylar end. So suppose this one is the, let's make the diagram of embryo sac. जो यहाँ हमारी 8 सेल्स बनी हैं, how they will arrange, ये अपने आप को कैसे अरेंज करेंगी. So this is the micropylar end, this is the chalazal end. जो आपकी micropylar end पर यहाँ जो आपकी 8 सेल्स हैं, 8 न्यूक्लियाई हैं, they will occupy this space. Micropylar end. 3 nuclei will go towards the micropylar end. The 3 nuclei will go towards the chalazal end and the 2 nuclei will occupy the center as we are observing this structure. So there will be the formation of cell. So here we are observing the one bigger cell. This is known as egg, and these two cells are said to be your synergids. इसको आपने synergids बोला. This is the central cell. ये आपकी central cell है, and these two are the polar nuclei. These three cells are said to be your antipodal cells. ये तीनों cells आपकी antipodal cells. It means antipodal cells are present towards the chalazial end, and this is the egg apparatus that consists one egg and the two synergids that is present towards the micropylar end, and this is the central cell in which two polar nuclei are present. So these are the synergids. As we are observing, this is the synergid. In synergid there are some finger like projections. That finger like projections is said to be your filiform apparatus. इसको आपने filiform apparatus बोला, and ये हो गई आपकी two polar nuclei. So what we are observing in our embryo sac, 7-celled 8 nuclei cells. 1, 2, 3. 3 cells are here, 3 cells are here, and 1 cell is here. So these are the 7 cell. And how many nuclei are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. ये आपकी 8 nuclei है. So that is why in angiosperm the embryo sac is 7-celled 8 nuclei stage. So we have finished this pre-fertilization event in a chapter reproduction in flowering plants.